Hello Capricorn, welcome new viewers, cross watchers and my lovely moonians. This is a reading for mid half of December and going into 2020. So as the reading progresses, we will be looking into what the spirit have for us in terms of what's coming in energetically for 2020. All right, so we began with a little bit of heavy energy with the full moon in Gemini, which was about ultimatums or coming to that turning point where you have to change certain things, but in a very beautiful way, the balance of nature kind of a thing. We have a new moon in your sign in Capricorn, and there will also be, I'm just suddenly getting very excited. I think the energy is changing now. There is a solar eclipse also. So the darkness or the cloudiness which was there, this solar eclipse will be like centralizing your energy and coming back to yourself and rising up, that kind of a thing. All right, so let's see what the cards are saying. We have the Tower coming through, which is very much representative of how we started this month and also kind of this half of December, wherein this is talking about all those things which are no longer in sync with your life will be going away. So there could be a little bit of that transition which is happening, transformations also, sudden exits which were happening, you suddenly coming to that point wherein you were like, enough is enough, I ain't gonna do this anymore. There's a revival spirit which is coming through. It may feel a little daunting for sure, but know that this is just here so that the foundations which weren't built steadily will be tumbling down. And somewhere or the other, you also knew that the foundation wasn't stable enough or strong enough. And now, with the Tower movement happening, there are certain endings only for a new beginning to start off. A cleaner slate, which is very much required. The dust that had been accumulated, it's almost like the universe is coming in and swiping the vacuum cleaner and taking away all the extra stuff which is no longer required in your life, so that the confusion goes away and we are more charged up and more clearer. So that is the energy which is coming through. We also have the Chariot coming in. Very interesting. Two major arcanas are coming in. This is the Cancerian major arcana, and if you know a Cancerian, they are more than likely to come towards you. I see suddenly there was this channeled energy of like someone just waking up suddenly and running to you, like, for a reconciliation or to say sorry that, like, I realize what your worth is and I am sorry, the separation or whatever the conflict was, it just made it very clear to me. Apart from that, what I do see is that there is certain kind of twister which is happening, which will be placing new candidates in your life, and things are progressing is what is coming through. This also talks about divine masculine, divine feminine energy coming through. This is also an indicator of a twin flame or a soulmate coming into your life. So there was a little bit of stagnation because of the sudden change which was happening. And suddenly we understand that there is a momentum building up towards success, becoming clearer, eager to go forward or eager to come towards you. So that will be something like a surprise, which was unexpected. Or apart from that, just generally things are changing up, people are changing, and like, you're understanding the true face kind of a thing. And in all of that absurdity, there is this sudden surprise which comes through and really makes you happy. That kind of energy came through. All right, so let's quickly go through these. We have Ace of Wands coming in and telling you not to take actions too prudently, kind of a energy. No, not prudently, but too rashly without much thought. You may be feeling very eager to charge forward, but this is still saying a little bit of like, clearing the air first before we move forward. Think before you leap forward. We have the Wheel also coming through and telling you that, like, there are certain delays because of the Tower card which is happening. And it will take some time, but it is only for your own benefit, so that we are not jumping into something head on before thinking. That kind of a thing is coming through. Nine of Wands coming in reverse is telling you to let go of the hostilities, the burden of the past, or currently all that you are carrying forward. This also talks about this is a time to have some fun as well. Give yourself some time to just relax with your loved ones, family time, personal time. That kind of energy is coming in, and let go of the guilt of the past. It is all right. Whatever you have experienced, the choices you made, whichever weren't in favor of you, helped you become firmer, clearer of who you are. And there's always a lesson. Everything, we can learn something or the other from each and every aspect of our life. And certain things, yes, may have been wrong, but it doesn't mean that you are a wrong person. I know you don't have that ideology, but it may be for the other person also. Certain kind of guilt that needs to go, which is holding on to you progressing forward. So look deeper within is what is coming in over here. And one more thing, focus on your life rather than taking the burden, carrying the weight or baggages for other people and their karmic world is something that you may like to think about. We have pages of arrows coming in over here, pages of swords coming in. This says that this person who may have wronged you perhaps has the strong urge to talk to you, have a heart-to-heart conversation, so that we have a clear picture and we are on the same page. So I see a little bit of this eagerness coming in from the other person who wants to initiate, start anew, say sorry perhaps, confess the feelings. That kind of energy is coming in. They may have been leading you in a blurry state, but now they're becoming very clearer. Maybe you gave them an ultimatum, or when they are faced with an ultimatum, things will become very clear for them. That kind of energy is coming in. But new messages will be coming in, new communication. For those who have been in separation, it will be coming through. We have King of Arrows coming in reverse, which is talking about a little bit of biasness or unclarity, which is really there. And a little bit of like this person is not being able to think rationally and maybe saying things in a hasty way or with a haze. So if this is you, that you find yourself in a clouded sphere, that you're not being able to communicate clearly or have been unintentionally giving mixed signals, now is the time that you ground yourself and then speak. And apart from that, because there is this energy of someone who is taking a backseat while focusing on other people as well, so that biased energy. If there is something that you have been ignoring or just accepting about someone, but deep within you, you know it doesn't really sync up with you, now is the time that you embrace the change, embrace the reality as it is, and then do some shifting which is required, or just clear the air is what is coming through. Know that you have what it takes to speak your words with a clear mind and kindness as well. But really, if there is something that has been going on ignored, now is the time that we embrace it and speak about it before it is too late. Alright? Next card coming in is Nine of Discs coming in reverse. This feels like someone is trying to talk but is not being able to be heard. That kind of a thing is coming in. And this talks about that there's so much, like all the good cards are coming in reverse. It's just telling you that you are kind of stopping yourself from speaking your mind. And I usually feel that is very different from what Capricorns really are, because they are always speaking their mind. So there is a tinge of self-doubt which is kind of sabotaging your light. And it's only internally that is coming from. So whatever it is, wherever that current situation is triggering this kind of a doubtful sphere, let's go back into the past and see where it got stemmed from, and then start with weeding that out of your life, because you have evolved into a beautiful, strong person. and you will be heard. Your efforts will bear fruits. Don't overwork. Take time to reconnect with yourself, rest and rejuvenate. That is the energy which is coming through. Lastly, we have the Justice card, Libra and Major Arcana card coming in and telling you everything is happening for a reason. There are certain things which are being cut out of your life because they are no longer in sync with your life anymore. They do not hold the meaning that they did in the past, and that justice will be served. So it's time to talk about things. Let's balance our life. If we have been giving different extra amount of effort or energy into one aspect, let's also embrace other aspects of our life and bring in more harmony and satisfaction into our life. A decision that is due will be made in your favor for sure. And I also see if you are partnered up with someone who is kind of in a karmic relationship, they will be getting a strong reckoning or an intervention kind of a thing, which will really make them run towards you once they see, the reality of things and who you are and what you mean in their life. So we have attraction coming in. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, and that is the energy which is coming through over here. Instead of running forward, let's just embrace this whole moment in the present. Embrace the value already in your life, and then make space for more to come through. Let us right now enjoy the flower, enjoy the sun perhaps, and just nature and being alive in this moment. And in that, being in the moment, you tend to realize, what are the things which are no longer really adding value to your life. And with that realization, you will be able to release those excessive things or toxic situations which are no longer making any sense to carry forward. That is also coming through. Unloading is very important during this time. As you step into 2020, allow your wings to dry up for you to fly. That is the energy which is coming through. When you change the way you love yourself, you change who you attract into your life as well. And with the Tower energy and the restrictive energy which came through over here, it is just telling you, understand who you are. And just realize how powerful and capable, talented, gifted you really are. You deserve so much more. That kind of a realization is coming through. The second one is retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world coming through. So yes, being too much into focusing on how are you presenting yourself into the world, that kind of a thing, or being too wavered or influenced by what others have to say, that it is kind of overshadowing what your own inner belief is. So eradicating that, letting the confidence or the force or the belief come from within, that is the energy which is coming through. Yes, we are socializing. It is a very festive energy, but do make sure that you're taking time for yourself as well. That is what is coming through over here. I do feel if things are a little sticky during this time or in the coming future or has been for some time, just take some extra moments for yourself to step back and take things into consideration, each and everything. Look at the whole picture. That is also what's coming in. We may be rushing forward and our daily life is really tightly scheduled and all of that. But sometimes we lose track of the things being ignored. And this is a time where we are being asked to stop and look around. Alright? So the energy card coming through, this is really lovely, is the yin energy coming through and talking about this is a time to receive, to give, yes, and also to observe things. The divine feminine energy is getting stronger. There is a reason why I was talking about being too focused on presenting yourself, because that is a little bit of wounded divine masculine energy. We need to bring in a balance for that inner confidence, the divine feminine energy to come through. Your authenticity is what will attract a more suited partner towards you. We have all tied up also coming through, which is talking about cutting the cords which have been tying you down, letting go of the hostilities, inhibitions, patterns, addictions, habits which are no longer healthy for you. That is what is coming in, transforming yourself into the new you. All right. The next card coming in is walking away. So there is retreat also coming through, and I was talking about karmic relationships, that person will be coming back to you. And apart from that, this is also talking about knowing when to let go of things, when to stop doing the excessive amount of giving. Also, this talks about letting go of the negative thoughts. The moment you choose happier thoughts, that very moment you are getting attracted and moving towards optimism and positive changes. All I'm seeing over here is that there is a understanding that there are certain things which are no longer in sync with your life. It has been going on. We became a little accustomed to it, and then eventually a little lazy about changing certain things. But as we started mid of December, there was this realization of certain kind of finalization, which is very important. And as the year is ending, with the solar eclipse as well, there is this inspiration, spirit of courage being instilled in you to know that you have the strength to walk away from things which are no longer, or associations which are no longer healthy or in accordance to your betterment. That is what is coming through over here. There is certain kind of walking away which is required, whether it is the other person who needs to really make up their mind, because you can't be juggling two sides and trying to decide which way do I want to go. Oh, let's give it another month, another month, another month. Enough is enough. Let's make a decision and enter 2020 with more surety is what is coming through. All right. So let's see what the spirits have for us in terms of 2020. And the tools which have come through, it's just talking about balancing, whether it is balancing divine masculine, divine feminine energy, the extremes of your personality, the shadow side, the light side, or it is about giving equal amount of attention to each and every aspect of your life. Certain kind of balancing in the give and take also is very much required. Moderating a little, organizing our lives again. So first card coming through is Orca Whale Adventure. Dare to do things differently. Exactly. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. Coming through. A lot of strength, protection, guidance is coming in, and the universe is really supporting you to do what is right for you. Help the universe help you. That is what is coming through. And the personal time that I was talking about, maybe it's about taking the weekend getaway and going someplace which really infuses that freshness, refreshing the button kind of a thing which is coming in. Taking some time off from the hustle bustle. That is also what is coming through. Working and playing kind of an energy is also the kind of mix which is also coming through. We have Owl coming in with magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let go of the past and make room for a better life. Rise up, magic and wisdom are your birthright. Such beautiful synchronistic messages coming in through each and every deck. Know your worth, do things accordingly. As simple as that. And 2020 looks like you coming into power and rewards also coming through from the hard work and the strong decisions that you take. But before making life changes decisions, Take some time and don't hurry yourself, and don't worry, things will fall into place for sure. There's a lot coming through, opportunities which will be coming in, new people also which will be coming through, who will be coming through. And this is a very nice time to explore mentally, physically, and even spiritually. There's so much to grow and cheer for. Alright? So that is what is coming through. Do let me know your thoughts, what resonated and what did not. If you have any kind of pick a card suggestions, do let me know about that as well, because I'm going to start with the pick a cards now. My energy is coming back and I'm getting into the flow of starting a channel once again. So wish me luck. Anyways, until next time, many beautiful blessings to you all. Om Namah Shivaya. Keep that vibe high, my lovely Moonians. And of course, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.